Well, hello Aries, this is Joe with Divine Daily, and this is a May 2020 General Tarot reading. This is for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This could be about love, relationships, work, home, career, anything in between and anything beyond that. I'm going to start off by saying, first of all, hope everyone's safe, healthy, and doing okay. Second, I'm going to basically just indicate that obviously this can't be for every Aries that you would that would come across this. So this is for those that it just fits with, that it makes sense. You'll know it's for you because you won't have to stretch it into your situation. You won't have to force it to fit. It'll make you feel something. You'll intuitively know. So this is for those of you that this fits with. And finally, I don't usually read cards that in reverse in a general reading like this for a number of reasons, but I do read cards that jump out, fall out. So I may choose to read some cards though in reverse. It just depends. And lastly, I'm having a problem with glare, so I'm just doing it this way right now. Getting a lot of glare on my cards. I kind of moved all my stuff, so everything's not really set up. So I'm just going to wing it like this, and we'll see what happens. If I'm looking down a lot, and I'm trying to control my camera with my phone. I'm having some technical difficulty. You know, what can you do? So I'm going to do a basic spread. I'm going to clarify, but I'm also going to pull some other cards first. And you have co-create. So co-creating is really the essence of working with your spiritual guidance, your spiritual beliefs. This is having that what you think and put out there is essentially the kind of stuff you get back, and remaining positive, up, and focused on what it is you want, not what you don't want. So to co-create with the universe, with your higher power, or even with others, there has to be a sense of higher attunement to where you're coming from. Otherwise, we can tend to manifest negative things out of negative thoughts, and vice versa, positive things out of positive thoughts. Also, we have, well, this one just does not want to, there we go, to the sea. Some of you might be kind of moving on, departing from something that has you just kind of done with it. You might be ready to just take a break from something, or move away from someone or some situation. And you know, out at sea, you know, this is kind of symbolistic of, you know, you can find yourself because you are alone with your thoughts, alone in tranquility. The sea is depicted as being calm and not rough, and so some of you might be feeling this departure from a negative situation. Perhaps you're having a hard time with a partner, a family member, a coworker, or anything like that, which is stifling your ability to kind of co-create and to essentially bring what you want, instead of a bunch of negative conflict and just not getting along. So this is basically showing that there's an essence of some type of departure in this coming up. And I'm sure we will probably see that come out in the cards. Also, we have evolution. And so you have to the sea and evolution. And I apologize, my autofocus is a little weird. I don't know what's going on, but we have evolution. So to the sea is probably in really saying to go out there, almost like the hermit in a sense, to go out and just be alone with your thoughts, what you're feeling, thinking, what it is you want, so that you can co-create from a higher aspect. And this evolution is really talking about, not only is the world ever changing, but so are you as a being, and spiritually evolving, emotionally evolving, intellectually evolving and changing, and having to adapt and to adjust and fine-tune what it is that you are doing, how you are reacting, perceiving. Evolution can be about so many things, and we'll see what that is when we get to the tarot reading. And we have Starseed Elemental, and this is really cool. Aries, you're a fire sign. Really tapping into that fiery passion, because you were put here for a purpose. You have a drive for something higher and bigger, more meaningful and sustaining than just the tangible things. And I think this Starseed Elemental is talking about tapping into that higher understanding and knowing that you are here, you are purposed for something, and really wanting to depart from the negativity. And I think this says a lot of different things here, because really you have to the sea, and that's the departure to kind of, so to speak, find yourself, to kind of focus and drill in on what it is that you are wanting to change, or what it is you want to do, or what direction you want to go. And so in order to do that, going out to sea, so to speak, is really delving into the idea of wanting to co-create, to manifest, to bring positivity, good change, positive change. And that also, with evolution, going out to sea is bringing out that evolution, is bringing out those changes, giving yourself time to really reflect back on things that you've been wanting to change, things that you've been wanting to maybe do away with, or clutter that you want to clear. Changing with the times. We're in some pretty crazy times right now, and having to adapt and maybe maneuver in different ways, and doing things differently than you probably are used to. And then you have the Starseed Elemental, again, to recap, and that is essentially tapping in. And I said you're a fire sign, tapping into that fiery passion and drive and desire, knowing that you're purposed for something higher, bigger, more meaningful. And I think that's the direction you're heading. But let's see what else comes out in the cards here. For the present situation, I'm going to draw one card. It may clarify, may not. You have the Chariot. So you have the Chariot here. This is just really cool. This is kind of confirming that out to sea kind of theme we talked about. Out to sea, about about finding yourself, looking and searching. Someone shut off the lights on me by accident here. So that's the theme, out to sea, and that's that forward movement. That is just saying, I feel like this is a quick decision to all of a sudden just get up and move forward. This may catch some people around you by surprise, that you probably are going to go through some kind of shift, some kind of change. And in the month of May, you probably move forward fairly quickly and have decided, made up your mind. You've done that inner reflection, and that's the direction you're going. We have the Three of Cups crossing you, and pretty interesting, because the Three of Cups, we talked about co-creating, and the Three of Cups kind of represents that joining together, that coming together, celebrating, or it's a really positive card. It's about positivity. So it does kind of link up with that co-create card. And I think that's really cool. I think some of you have really had to pull it together to get up in that vibration and that positive mindset, and knowing that your thoughts kind of dominate what goes on around you is something I think some of you are having the realization of. It's not easy to stay positive. It's not easy to keep those thoughts in the direction that you would like to all the time. You have the recent past. You have the Two of Cups. So some of you might be involved with a romantic partner. There could be some kind of talk of coming together at some point in the future. talk about maybe engagement, marriage, or any other type of thing that is more about a solid commitment. Some of you, this could be the Three of Cups could be the addition to your romantic and love relationship, and that could be a child of some sort. It could be a pet, who knows. It could be pretty much anything, but this is extending that commitment to something more solid and firm. And this probably is something that is boosting your energy. It's actually kind of charging you. It's giving you that desire and drive to want to shift that mindset and those feelings and that thinking, because the energy you get from a positive relationship is something that gives you that internal drive to move forward and do things in a different way. Before you is the Three of Coins, and again, creating. We keep talking about co-creating and manifestation, and Three of Coins is almost like cooperation, coordination. You have the Three of Cups also. So coming together, working together on a common good or a specific theme, project, relationship, job, career, schooling. So a lot of you are probably going to be moving out of the month of May with something new on your plate, something different, something probably exciting, maybe a bit challenging. The foundation of this is the Queen of Wands, and we talked about fiery passion, and I think this can represent you, Aries. That fiery passion, being one who is able to get people on your team, on your side. Somebody that knows how to take the right steps and maneuvers in any number of situations. And this is showing that you are having that ability to, in a probably thoughtful way, to take action, to make changes, adapt, adjust, to coordinate with others in a way that is almost like you're bringing people into your fold. And that's the message I get. For some reason, there's just this thought or feeling of people or somebody or someone coming into your fold, under your wing, into some type of apprenticeship. We do have the Three of Coins. This could be not just about a relationship, but it could be a work relationship. So you could apply this in a number of ways. I think we would be overlooking the concept of work, career, we would be overlooking things at the Three of Pentacles if we didn't really take it at face value, because that's, to me, what this is saying. This is really to be read at face value in this instance, and that is that coordination, that increase, that being on the path to financial increase. This could be work, it could be business, some kind of idea, but whatever it is that you're working on in the month of May, starting on, and whatever you're working with, this is showing that this is a positive development, and it moves forward, I think, pretty successfully, because there's a lot of influence about manifestation here and keeping that thought and feeling elevated so you can achieve that. What it is that you want the most, and here we have the Lovers showing up. So many of you probably have somebody. There might be some spiritual shifts, some spiritual beliefs that have kind of changed, maybe for your partner, seeing that you've been, perhaps I get an influence on them, and they're opening their eyes. They're kind of maybe having some kind of awakening or some kind of epiphany or realization. They're seeing how you are aligning yourself and wanting to align with you, because they see the positive change and they see what it is that it's bringing into your space. And so I think the Lovers here is kind of you looking at the growth and development of not only this budding, blooming relationship, but of your partner. And this is definitely a positive aspect of a relationship that maybe has found itself increasing or the commitment is extending, being furthered, or there's more interest in a higher commitment between the two of you. Maybe because you've had some closer time together, or some real meaningful, soulful connections, emotionally, intellectually, with what you're talking about, what you're sharing with each other. And so this has probably pulled that partner, I said, bringing them into the fold or under your wing, and they are really just driven by what they see coming out of you. And I think that's awesome. We have in the Ace, or in the Vice, the Ace of Pentacles. And, you know, you kind of have a mix here, and I want to really just not be the first thing to jump to is face value meaning of a card. I really want to pull in what is the first phrase, feeling, thought that comes to me. And to me, this is about a renewed vitality, like a new feeling of feeling healthier, feeling invigorated. This is like, it to me, it just shows me that there's some kind of new renewed or new vitality or more youthful drive within you, Aries. And it seems to be something that is really pushing you through, and it's saying to tap into that, to lean on that, to focus in on that feeling of renewed vitality, that feeling of being invigorated, challenged and excited and ready to take things on. In the influences, what is going on in your external environment? What is influencing you? What is having an effect on you, whether good or bad? Let's see. You have the Ace of Cups. You have a lot of love in this reading. There's somebody that you are incredibly passionate about. You have two aces. There's a lot of new changes and new things, new way of doing things, new developments in your love life, your relationship. And it is really driving you and pushing you to do more, to be more, to strive for more. And again, this just comes back to somebody is really observing everything you're doing, and they're taking it all in. You have the Five of Wands, and this is in your hopes and fears. This could be represent worry about what it is that is kind of at the back of your mind, your subconscious in a sense, because you might be worried that this could feel too good to be true, or it could fall apart, or it could turn a different way, or perhaps there's some stuff from the past between you and your partner, and it's a worry. It's in the back of your mind that maybe they might go back to some old habit or bad habit. Maybe there's been a considerable amount of progress in this relationship, and there's that underlying worry about some old things cropping up. I'm going to clarify this Five of Wands with the King of Cups. So there might have been some rocky times between you and your partner, and these rocky times are something that maybe you got to work on completely letting go of. And if you've seen the change, if you know they've changed, maybe there's some pain and some healing and some things that just need to be put to rest. I think that this might have to do with some trust issues with your partner, the person you're involved with. But I think it really is pointing out that this person is someone that does genuinely love you and cares about you very much. And I think it's reciprocated on both ends. I don't think there's anything to worry about or anything to fear. Nine of Wands. To me, it's like saying, don't pick up that worry, don't pick up that burden of those thoughts. If things have changed and you've seen the change and you've seen the developments in this person that you're with, that you don't need to pick up those burdens. You don't need to build a wall. You don't need to lock them out. You don't need to go there and focus to the point of taking everything you've pulled together to manifest, to tap into these first cards that came out, this evolution, this spiritual evolution, this personal evolution that you're going through, and you don't want to go back to that because it can derail all the work that you've done. And then there's this feeling of having to get back on track, and it could be really hard to go back and forth, that up and down, feeling positive and then feeling defeated and feeling strong and then feeling tired. And it's okay to feel those things, but to dwell on them really puts a wrench in that idea, that belief, and that action of co-creating, of evolving, of changing, of tapping into that fiery passion, that higher aspect of yourself. Finally, in the outcome, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and to me this is an offer of a commitment, and I think this offer goes both ways. I think this is a mutual decision to commit, and I think it comes through. It's solid in the month of May. There really isn't any questioning this relationship. Anything that you have in the background noise going on about doubts and worries and fears with this person is pretty much laid to rest. And I think that that there's a huge jump, a huge step for you in this. And I just want to look at the Knight of Coins a little bit more, but this is in the Page of Pentacles. So this, like I said, this is this commitment, this decision, that's something you're both on the same page about. You both want the same thing, and that Page of Pentacles is really kind of about the message of that and the commitment of that, the offer. I did say offer, and so that's kind of, to me, what that represents. We have the Ace of Cups, you have the offer of that cup, you have the Ace of Coins, you have the offer of that coin, and this is a two-way street, and it's reciprocated on both ends. I think this is amazing. I think this is good for the month of May for you, because it is something that's probably been a long overdue, with some bumps and some uncertain times with this person. You have on the bottom of the deck here Three of Pentacles. That's a repeater. That again is about that cooperation, the unity. Almost almost mirrors the Three of Cups in a sense, because out of that Three of Pentacles, that unity, that cooperation, that co-creating, comes that element of celebrating, of being ecstatic, overjoyed, happy, because of the hard work that has gone into everything. And I think that this pretty much sums up the month of May for you. So if you'll know if this is intuitively, you'll intuitively know if this is for you. You'll know, you won't question it, you won't have to fit it or force it to make sense with you. You'll just know it. And if it does, please take a little bit of time, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, give me some feedback. I'd really appreciate it. And stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good rest of your day. Thank you.